You've been living in a reality designed to keep you blind to your own power. What they've hidden from you is this: the world around you isn't fixed. It bends, shifts, and transforms based on one thing: your observation. This isn't a theory. It's a secret so profound, so transformative, they've worked tirelessly to bury it. Because once you learn to harness it, you'll stop living by their rules and start creating a reality that serves only you. The observer effect, a phenomenon buried in the world of quantum physics, isn't just for scientists in labs. It's the blueprint of creation itself. Every time you focus your attention, you're not just watching life happen, you're making it happen. Yes, you. Not fate, not chance, not luck. But they've kept this truth buried, wrapped in distractions, distortions, and systems designed to keep you reactive, powerless, and dependent on their version of reality. Think about it. Every fear they feed you, every limitation they teach, every narrative they force into your mind, it's all carefully crafted to steal the only thing that truly matters: your focus. They know something most people don't. Attention shapes existence. What you observe changes. What you focus on grows. What you believe becomes real. And the moment you discover this, you stop being their pawn. You stop living in the reality they created for you and begin to create your own. But this truth isn't just for understanding. It's for using. You've been living with this power all along, unaware, letting it be hijacked by forces outside of you. That ends now. This isn't just about learning, it's about awakening. You're about to see the hidden mechanisms behind the life you're living, the secrets they don't want you to find, and the power that's been waiting for you all along. It's time to step into a reality that's yours to command. Reality, as you've been told, is an illusion of permanence. It's easy to believe that the world around you exists as it is, untouched by your presence. But what if that's the greatest lie ever sold? The observer effect doesn't just hint at the power of observation, it screams it. The act of observing doesn't merely record what's happening, it dictates what happens. Every time you turn your attention to something, you collapse infinite possibilities into one singular outcome. Think about that. Your gaze decides what becomes real, not your actions, not your circumstances, your attention. Here's the part no one dares to admit. This isn't just quantum mechanics at work. It's the blueprint of creation itself. The same principle that governs subatomic particles governs your life. But society doesn't want you to realize this. Why? Because the moment you understand that your focus shapes your reality, you stop being a passive player. You become the architect, and architects can't be controlled. It's easier to convince people that life is random, a chaotic series of events outside their influence, than to let them see that their observation holds the pen to rewrite everything. Consider this. When you focus on fear, fear grows. When you focus on lack, lack multiplies. Not because the universe punishes you, but because it reflects you. It responds like a quantum mirror, amplifying the energy you pour into it. But here's the secret they don't teach you. It works the same for joy, abundance, and possibility. The universe is neutral, waiting for you to decide. Yet, distractions are engineered. Addictions to the meaningless are cultivated, and your attention, the most powerful currency in existence, is stolen. Why? Because a distracted observer is powerless, and powerlessness feeds the system. As the layers of this deception unravel, you begin to see patterns, repeated across time, encoded in teachings that have quietly endured. The forces shaping your reality are not new. They've been whispered about for centuries, guarded by those who understood that awareness, above all else, holds the key to unlocking it all. Long before the words quantum physics existed, There were whispers of a truth so profound it echoed through the sacred texts of forgotten civilizations. Ancient mystics spoke of the power of focus, of intention, of the unseen forces that bend reality to the will of the observer. Hermes Trismegistus, with his cryptic words, declared, "As above, so below," hinting at a cosmic law connecting the observer to the observed. These teachings weren't abstract musings, they were instructions for creation. Hidden in symbols, veiled in allegory, they pointed to the same truths quantum physics is only now beginning to confirm. But this ancient science wasn't reserved for the elite alone. It was meant to awaken humanity, to remind us of the power we hold within. The sages of old knew what modern science is rediscovering. Observation isn't passive, it's active, creative, alive. Every thought, every focused moment ripples through the unseen, weaving potential into form. They understood that the observer effect isn't a phenomenon, it's the law of existence. Yet these teachings were buried, fragmented, and dismissed as mythology. Why? Because power like this, in the hands of the masses, would dissolve every structure built on control. Imagine for a moment how this knowledge has persisted, hidden in plain sight. The symbols etched into pyramids, the cryptic messages in ancient scrolls, the rituals passed down in whispers, they weren't superstitions. They were the language of energy, intention, and manifestation. While science dissected the physical, these teachings preserved the spiritual mechanics of creation. The alignment of the stars, the resonance of sound, the interplay of light and shadow, all were maps to a reality far more fluid than we've been led to believe. And now, as these ancient truths resurface, they carry with them an undeniable resonance. This isn't new knowledge, it's a remembering, a reawakening. The same forces that the mystics revered are the forces we are rediscovering today, hidden in the equations of quantum physics. Yet, there's more to this unfolding revelation, as deeper layers of this truth begin to collide with the systems of control that have kept it obscured for so long. In a world designed to captivate and distract, your attention is not just sought after, it's stolen. Every ad, every notification, every carefully curated image isn't random. It's a calculated attempt to manipulate your focus. Why? Because your attention isn't just valuable, it's power. What you focus on grows, what you observe shifts, and the energy you pour into an idea gives it life. The systems around you know this, and they work tirelessly to ensure your focus remains fractured, your power diluted, your ability to create your reality buried beneath a sea of noise. It's no accident that the observer effect, the very mechanism proving how observation shapes reality, is hidden behind scientific jargon and dismissed as irrelevant to everyday life. The truth is far more unsettling. The same principles that allow you to shift your timeline or manifest your desires are being weaponized against you. The media, entertainment, even the algorithms on your phone, these aren't just distractions. They're carefully designed systems of control, siphoning your creative power to fuel someone else's agenda. What you don't observe, you can't control. And what you don't control, controls you. But here's where the deception becomes even more sinister. It's not just about distracting you, it's about programming you. By flooding your attention with fear, scarcity, and division, these systems ensure that your observation feeds the very chaos they profit from. Think about it. Every headline that makes you anxious, every image that makes you feel inadequate, every narrative that pits you against your neighbor, it's all designed to keep you reacting instead of creating. And while you're reacting, the quantum field reflects back the energy of your scattered focus, reinforcing the illusion of powerlessness. Yet within this storm lies an opportunity. The moment you reclaim your attention, you reclaim your power. The world around you is built on the foundation of your observation. And as you begin to understand this, something shifts, not just in your perception, but in the reality that unfolds before you. The game changes when you stop playing by their rules. And once you see the patterns, you'll notice that they aren't new. They've been used for centuries, hidden behind the veil of progress, but always leading back to the same truth. Reality isn't what you think it is. It's not a fixed structure, nor is it something outside your control. Instead, it's a mirror, a quantum mirror, that reflects not what you want, but what you are. Every thought you hold, every emotion you feel, every intention you send into the world is like a beam of light hitting the surface of this mirror, shaping the reality that stares back at you. This isn't metaphorical. It's the essence of the observer effect, the very mechanism by which the universe responds to your gaze. But here's the part that's often overlooked. The mirror doesn't care whether you're aware of this process or not. It reflects relentlessly. Hold fear in your mind, and you'll see fear mirrored in your experiences. Dwell on scarcity, and it becomes the backdrop of your life. Yet the opposite is also true. When you align your thoughts with abundance, when you shift your focus to gratitude, the mirror can't help but reflect it back to you. It's not magic, it's quantum law in motion. And the most profound realization? You've been using this mirror your entire life, whether consciously or unconsciously. Think about those moments when you felt stuck, as though no matter what you did, the same patterns kept repeating. That's the mirror at work, reflecting the energy you're broadcasting. But what if, instead of reacting to the reflection, you changed the source? When you choose your focus intentionally, you begin to bend reality, not through force, but through resonance. Like a musician tuning an instrument, you fine-tune the frequency you send out, and the mirror responds instantly, shifting timelines, opening alternate realities, and aligning circumstances in ways that defy logic. Yet this knowledge comes with a challenge. The mirror doesn't just show you what you want to see. It reveals everything: your desires, your doubts, your hidden fears. It's an unflinching reflection of your inner world, demanding that you take full responsibility for the reality you create. And as you begin to harness this power, the implications become undeniable. This isn't just about understanding the mirror. It's about mastering it. And mastery begins when you realize that the reflection itself holds clues, guiding you toward the hidden systems that have been quietly shaping this process for generations. The battle for your reality doesn't begin in the physical world. It starts in your mind. Unseen forces, woven into the very fabric of society, have spent generations perfecting a system to capture your focus, shape your thoughts, and dictate your beliefs. This is not a war fought with weapons. It's waged through ideas, distractions, and subconscious programming. And the most chilling part? Most people don't even realize they're on the battlefield. Every limiting belief, every doubt that whispers in your ear, every fear that holds you back, they're not yours. They were planted. From the moment you were born, these systems began their work. Education told you what to think, not how to think. Media dictated what to fear, not what to question. Even the culture around you reinforced the illusion that you are small, powerless, a mere cog in an unstoppable machine. But here's the hidden truth. This conditioning isn't accidental. It's intentional, designed to keep you disconnected from the quantum law that governs your existence. They don't want you to know that your attention isn't just valuable. It's the engine of creation itself. And yet, the cracks in this system are becoming impossible to ignore. Have you noticed how your mind rebels against these limitations? How your thoughts wander toward freedom, abundance, and the idea that there might be something more. This isn't a coincidence. It's your deeper self, the part of you untouched by programming, breaking through. When you step back and observe, truly observe, the beliefs you've been handed, they start to dissolve. And in their place, a new truth emerges. The hidden power of focus is yours to reclaim. But reclaiming this power requires more than awareness. It demands action. It means breaking the cycles of reaction, stepping outside the noise, and realigning your focus with intention. This is where the war shifts, where the observer becomes the creator, and where the systems of control begin to lose their grip. And as this inner revolution takes hold, something else becomes clear. The tools for this awakening have been hidden in plain sight, embedded in practices so ancient they've almost been forgotten. The observer's code is not a set of rules, it's a key to unlocking the reality-shifting power hidden within you. It begins with a single profound shift. Stop reacting and start creating. Most people live as prisoners of their own thoughts, caught in endless loops of reaction, never realizing that the power to bend reality lies in mastering their observation. The universe doesn't respond to effort or struggle. It responds to clarity, focus, and unwavering intention. When you understand this, everything changes. One of the simplest yet most profound ways to harness this power is through visualization. Close your eyes and see, not as things are, but as you wish them to be. Don't just imagine the end result. Feel it, embody it, as if it's already yours. When you do this, you're not just fantasizing, you're planting seeds in the quantum field. Each thought, each emotion, each mental image sends a ripple into the unseen, reshaping timelines, drawing alternate realities into focus. It's not magic, it's alignment. The more you practice, the more you'll notice the universe conspiring in your favor, opening doors you never even saw before. Gratitude is another tool, often underestimated but profoundly powerful. It's not about forcing yourself to be thankful for what you don't yet have. It's about aligning with the energy of abundance, signaling to the universe that you're ready to receive. Start small. Each day, write down 3 things you're grateful for, not mechanically, but with genuine emotion. As you do, you'll notice a shift, not just in your mindset, but in the reality that unfolds around you. The observer effect amplifies this practice, turning gratitude into a magnet for miracles. And yet, mastering the observer's code isn't just about techniques. It's about stepping into a new way of being, one where you're no longer at the mercy of your circumstances, but the creator of them. It requires patience, persistence, and a willingness to let go of old patterns. But as you begin to align with this power, the evidence becomes undeniable. You're not just influencing reality, you're shaping it with precision. And as this transformation takes root, another layer of this truth begins to reveal itself, one that's even more profound and liberating than the code itself. The greatest secret to shaping reality isn't hidden in complex rituals or obscure teachings. It's hidden in plain sight. The truth is, you don't need to control reality. You simply need to align with it. This is the ultimate hack. Stop chasing, stop forcing, and start tuning. Reality isn't rigid, it's fluid, responsive, and waiting for your signal. Every thought you think, every belief you hold, every emotion you radiate is a frequency. When you match the frequency of what you desire, reality bends, not through effort, but through resonance. This shift begins with perspective. Most people see reality as something they must fight against, conquer, or fix. But what if the external world isn't the problem? What if the real work is internal? Imagine you're tuning a radio. You don't smash the radio to make it work. You adjust the dial until the station comes through clearly. That's exactly how the quantum field operates. When you tune your focus to abundance, love, or opportunity, those frequencies must respond. It's not wishful thinking, it's quantum physics explained in the simplest terms. But this hack requires something counterintuitive: letting go. The harder you try to control reality, the more resistance you create. True mastery lies in trusting the process, in knowing that the universe is already working on your behalf. Consider this: when you plant a seed, you don't dig it up every day to check if it's growing. You water it, give it sunlight, and trust that nature will do the rest. Reality works the same way. Once you've set your intention, your job is to align with it, not obsess over it. As this understanding deepens, something remarkable begins to happen. Life stops feeling like a struggle and starts to flow. Opportunities appear, connections align, and you realize that the reality hack isn't about changing the world. It's about changing yourself. And as this transformation takes hold, another question arises. Not of whether this process works, but of how much more power is waiting to be uncovered in the layers beneath it. Luck. It's a word that's thrown around as if it's some random, chaotic force, deciding who thrives and who struggles. But what if luck isn't random at all? What if it's a byproduct of focused observation and aligned intention? The truth is, those who seem lucky aren't relying on chance. They've tapped into something deeper, whether consciously or not. They've learned to tune into the quantum field, to shift timelines, to manifest their desires through a mastery of the unseen forces that govern existence. Luck isn't what happens to you, it's what you create. The secret lies in how you direct your attention. People who appear to stumble upon opportunities, win against impossible odds, or find themselves in the right place at the right time aren't just fortunate, they're aligned. They've mastered the art of focusing on possibilities instead of obstacles, of observing outcomes with unwavering belief. This isn't a mystical gift reserved for a few, it's a skill anyone can cultivate by understanding the hidden power of focus and the observer effect. What you expect, you attract. What you believe, you create. But there's more to this story. Most people unknowingly block their own luck. Fear, doubt, and unresolved trauma act like static, distorting the signals you send into the quantum field. Imagine trying to tune into a radio station, but being surrounded by noise. The frequency of your desires is there, but it can't come through clearly. The key to unlocking cosmic wealth, manifesting miracles, and creating your reality lies in clearing this interference. The universe doesn't withhold anything from you, it simply mirrors back the energy you're radiating. As you begin to see luck not as a random force, but as a deliberate creation, your perception shifts. It becomes clear that you've always held the power to shape outcomes, to change your timeline, to harness quantum power in ways that seem miraculous to others. And in this realization, something even more intriguing begins to surface. An unsettling question about why this truth has been hidden for so long and who benefits from keeping you in the dark. The greatest truths are often the most suppressed. The observer effect, this profound power to shape reality through focus and intention, is no exception. But why has such a transformative truth been buried under layers of complexity, hidden behind scientific jargon and societal distractions? The answer isn't just unsettling, it's infuriating. There are systems, institutions, and power structures that thrive on your ignorance. They depend on you remaining blind to your ability to bend reality, to manifest your desires, and to shift timelines at will. Control, after all, is only possible when people believe they have none. For centuries, this knowledge has been quietly guarded, whispered about in secret circles, encoded in symbols, and passed down in fragments. The elite, the powerful, They've always understood the quantum awakening that comes with mastering observation. They've used it to build empires, amass wealth, and consolidate control. Meanwhile, the masses are fed a steady diet of fear, distraction, and limitation. They don't teach you how to harness quantum power in schools. They don't want you to know how your attention shapes existence. Instead, they keep you reactive, overwhelmed, and disconnected from the truth that could set you free. But the cracks in their system are showing. The rise of quantum physics, the resurgence of ancient teachings, the global hunger for esoteric knowledge, it's no coincidence. People are waking up, realizing that reality isn't something they're trapped in, but something they create. And this awakening is a direct threat to the systems of control that have relied on your compliance. When you understand the hidden secrets of focus and intention, when you reclaim your observer power, you stop being a pawn. You become the player. And now you know, reality isn't something that happens to you, it's something that responds to you. Every thought, every intention, every ounce of focus has been quietly molding the world around you all along. The question isn't whether this works, it's whether you're ready to wield it. Are you prepared to stop living by default and start creating with purpose? Because the truth is, the power to shift timelines, to bend reality, and to manifest your desires is already in your hands. It always has been. But here's the thing. Knowing isn't enough. Awareness is only the first step. Action is where the transformation begins. What will you do differently today, now that you've seen the strings behind the curtain? Will you continue to react, to be swept along by the currents of distraction and fear? Or will you take the reins, harness the observer effect, and become the creator of a life that others will call impossible? You've felt it, haven't you? That pull, that whisper, that knowing deep inside that there's more to this existence than you've been led to believe, that you're capable of more, that the systems of control, the distractions, the limits, they were never real to begin with. This is your moment to break free, to realign with the quantum law that governs everything, and to step into the version of yourself who doesn't just dream of a better reality, but makes it happen. So where will you direct your focus now? What reality will you create? The tools are here. The knowledge is yours. The only thing left to decide is whether you'll stay where you are or whether you'll finally step into the extraordinary power you've always held.